Next up on copycat.com, Red Lobster fresh roasted Brussels sprouts. Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Manley with copycat.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make Red Lobster's freshly roasted Brussels sprouts with butter sauce. This is a fantastic dish that they're serving up right now. So be sure at the end of this video to leave me a comment down below, because everyone who's a subscriber and comments gets a chance to win a copy of my book. So let's go ahead and get started with the recipe. In here I have a couple pounds of Brussels sprouts. For about each pound of Brussels sprouts, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. I am just using olive oil here. You could use corn oil or avocado oil, coconut. I wouldn't use coconut oil, it tastes a little bit different. So these are well coated. I'm going to add a couple good pinches of salt. Then I'm going to grate in some fresh black pepper. And I'm going to put these onto my baking dish right here. And I'm just gonna shuffle the baking dish around a little bit to kind of coat them. Then I'm gonna put them in a 425-degree oven. These I'm gonna put in for about 25 minutes or so. We'll come back when they're done and we'll go ahead and make our butter sauce. So brown butter sauce is super easy to make. You're gonna need butter, and it takes a little bit of time, but you will have it. So basically, to make browned butter sauce, all you need to do is heat up butter, let it melt, and wait till it begins to turn slightly brown. You don't want it to let it go too far, because then it will burn. But this brown butter goes well on, any type of fresh vegetable. It goes great on mashed potatoes, or even if you're making like a simple sauteed chicken breast, you could put a little bit of this brown butter on top, and it's going to be amazing. So I have 1 stick of butter in here, and I'm just going to let this melt, and you can watch it as it begins to turn color. So if you notice right around the edges of the pan here, the butter solids are starting to brown a little bit. So we can pull back the butter solids a little bit. So I'm just gonna give this a quick stir, and now you can see that the butter is starting to turn a different color. So we started out with a very pale yellow, and now it's just starting to turn tan. So I'm gonna let this go for another moment or two, and then we can pour this over the Brussels sprouts. Our Brussels sprouts have just come out of the oven. They look a little dark on top, but this is exactly how I like them. They're not burnt all the way through, just that first leaf is a little bit browned. And here's our browned butter sauce. It's not burnt. It has a wonderful nutty caramel characteristic to it. And all we're gonna do is simply pour this over the Brussels sprouts. You're probably not gonna use all of this on these. You can save the extra for later. But you can see it's really, really easy to make these. So I hope you give these a try. I'm all over social media, so why don't we connect? I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all as Copycat Recipes. I release videos every Sunday and Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our next videos. So we'll go ahead and give one of these a try. The Brussels sprouts are very tender, and I love the crunch that the roasting imparts, and also the butter sauce just sends these over the top. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.